Have you ever asked yourself where a heart goes to heal when it has been shattered into 1,000 pieces? Where does the soul rest when the home it built in another is now just a field of silent ruins? You walk through your days with a smile that doesn't reach your eyes. You answer, "I'm fine," when your spirit is crying out. There is a weight on your chest, a hollowness that the world cannot see, a private winter that has settled in your soul. You feel the ache in the quiet moments, in the car, in the shower, in the dead of night when the world is asleep, and you are painfully awake with the ghost of a memory. You are told to move on, to get over it, as if love were a coat you can simply take off. But they don't understand. They don't see the invisible threads that were severed, the future that vanished in an instant, the way your own reflection now looks like a stranger. This pain is not a sign of your weakness. It is a testament to your courage to have loved at all. It is proof that you gave a piece of your own spirit away, and you are now faced with the sacred silent work of calling it back home. Let us sit together in this truth. Let us honor the space your heart is in right now, without judgment, without rushing. The world will tell you to build a bridge and get over it, but a heart is not a river, it is holy ground. And the ground where a great love once stood is now sacred in its emptiness. You must walk it with reverence. You must give yourself permission to feel the full landscape of your loss. Do not be ashamed of your tears. Each one is a liquid prayer, a testament to a love that was real to you. Your grief is not a problem to be solved. It is a presence to be held. It is the winter of your soul, and winter has its own purpose. It is a time of deep rest, of turning inward, of allowing the land to lie fallow, so that in time something new can grow. Maybe you're feeling this right now, the pressure to pretend you are not standing in the middle of a storm, the need to act strong for a world that is uncomfortable with honest sorrow. Grant yourself a moment of grace. Breathe. You are allowed to be here. You are allowed to be exactly where you are. This pain is not a detour from your path. It is the path itself, and you are walking it, one fragile step at a time. A significant part of this ache comes from a story you are still telling yourself. It is a beautiful story, one written with the ink of hope and bound in the leather of dreams. In this story, the promises were kept, the potential was realized, the love was everything you hoped it would be. Your mind, in a desperate attempt to protect you from the harshness of the ending, replays the most beautiful chapters. It's a form of spiritual mirage. You see the oasis, you remember the feeling of cool water, but you are standing in a desert of what is. Have you ever cried silently, unnoticed? Not for the person who left, but for the person you thought they were. You are not missing the reality of the arguments, the distance, the subtle moments of feeling unseen or unsafe. You are missing the beautiful ghost of what could have been. You are grieving a future that you held in your heart. It is crucial, dear one, to learn to grieve without the fairy tale filter. Let us be gentle but honest. Your brain is wired to romanticize what is lost. It edits out the painful scenes and plays a highlight reel of the good times. But you are not healing a memory. You are healing from a reality. You are not missing them. You are missing the version of you that existed when you believed the story was true. You miss the feeling of certainty, even if it was an illusion. You miss the comfort of a hand to hold, even if that hand sometimes held you too tightly, or not at all. You are not missing the person. You are missing the hope they represented, the hope of not being alone, the hope of having finally arrived. To heal, you must be willing to let the story go. You must be willing to see the whole truth with compassion for yourself. See what actually happened. Remember the times you felt small. Recall the moments your intuition whispered, a warning you chose not to hear. See it not to cast blame, but to set yourself free. Clarity is the holy water that cleanses this wound. You do not find closure in getting one more explanation from them. You create closure by accepting the truth for yourself. And in that truth, you will find the temptation to carry all the blame. The mind, when left in the dark, will create a monster, and it will often give it your own face. It will tell you, if only you had been more patient, more beautiful, more understanding, if only you had said this or not said that. This voice is a liar. It is the echo of fear, not the voice of the divine. A relationship is a shared creation, a space built by two souls. Its ending is also a shared reality. One person may have laid the final stone of departure, but the foundation was likely unsettled for a long time. Relationships do not end because of one mistake. They end when paths diverge, when values no longer align, when the spiritual soil is no longer fertile for both to grow. Think of two rivers that flow side by side for a time. They may share the same valley, the same sunlight, the same rain, but eventually the landscape of their destiny changes, and one turns east while the other turns west. They are not wrong. They are simply flowing toward different seas. Your journey is not a failure. It is a redirection. You can take responsibility for your part of the river's flow without taking the blame for the geography of the entire world. Grace meets you exactly where you are, not where you think you should have been. You did the best you could with the love you had to give, and the wisdom you possessed at the time. Forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. This is your invitation to come home. You have been living in a house built on the ground of another. It may have been beautiful for a season, but it was never truly your own land. Now you are being called back to the sanctuary of your own soul. There is a temple within you that has been waiting for your return. It has been quiet, patient, and undisturbed by the storms that raged outside. It is the place in you that is connected to the eternal, to the divine, to God. It is your unshakable center. To find it, you must become still. The world will urge you to fill the emptiness with noise, with distractions, with a new person. But healing happens in the holy silence. Return to your breath. Your breath is an anchor to the present moment, the only moment where life truly exists. Inhale peace. Exhale the story of your pain. With each breath, you are not just taking in air, you are drawing in life force, divine energy. Place a hand on your heart. Feel its steady rhythm. It is still beating. It is still fighting for you. It is still whispering, "You are alive. You are here. You are whole." If this touched you, know you are not alone in this return. The most sacred part of you has been waiting for you to come back to yourself. This is not about withdrawing in bitterness. It is about returning to your center to heal, to listen, and to rebuild from a place of unshakable truth. Part of this homecoming requires a sacred clearing. You cannot build a new temple on land that is still occupied by the ghosts of the past. You must lovingly but firmly sever the energetic cords that keep you bound to what is over. This is not an act of anger or revenge. It is an act of profound self-love. It is spiritual hygiene. You must block the number. You must mute the social media feed. You must put away the photographs. Think of yourself as a master gardener of your own soul. A gardener knows that to help a rose bush flourish, you must prune the dead branches. It is not a violent act, it is a necessary one. It redirects the plant's life force away from what is no longer living and toward new growth, new buds, new blossoms. Every time you check their page, you are sending your precious life energy to a garden that is no longer yours to tend. You are watering a past that cannot grow. You are looking for signs that they miss you, decoding captions, searching for a crumb of connection in a place where a feast has already ended. Stop giving your peace away to someone who chose to walk away from it. This is not about them, it is about you. It is about telling the universe and your own heart that you are choosing to invest your energy in your own healing. You are choosing your own future. You are choosing life. Create a ritual. Write the letter you will never send, pouring out every last drop of pain and love and anger. And then, with prayer, burn it. Watch the smoke rise and release it all to the heavens. This chapter is over, and you, brave soul, are the one who gets to write the next one. Finally, you must understand a profound spiritual truth. You are not waiting to be rescued. The pain you feel is so immense that it can create a belief that only one person can fix it, the person who caused it. This is the great illusion of heartbreak. You believe that their return would be your salvation, but a love that broke you cannot be the one to make you whole. Your wholeness was never theirs to give or to take. It was only obscured like the sun hidden behind a thick cloud. You were whole before them, and you are whole now. The journey of healing is not about finding someone to fill the empty space. It is about you expanding so fully into your own being that you fill the space yourself. It is about discovering that the love, the safety, the sense of being seen that you sought from them is already present within your own connection to the divine. Your spirit is still listening. Speak life again. Redirect the ferocious energy of your heartbreak. When a heart breaks, it breaks open. It gives you access to a depth of feeling, a fire that many people never touch. Do not waste this fire on the ashes of the past. Use it, channel it into your own becoming. Take that course, start that project, move your body, pray with an intensity you have never known. You are not just getting over them, you are rebuilding you, and the person you are becoming is someone they never had the privilege to meet. You are not erasing the slate, you are using a slate filled with the wisdom of your scars to build a masterpiece of a life, guided by a force greater than your pain. And so now we move from understanding to transforming. We shift from sitting with the pain to actively calling in the light. This is not a passive waiting, it is a conscious act of spiritual creation. I invite you now, wherever you are, to find a posture of gentle strength. Unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, place your hands over your heart once more. We are going to speak life into the parts of you that have felt dead. We will not be timid, we will not be hesitant. We will speak with the authority of a soul that knows it is created by the divine and for a divine purpose. Let these words not just be sounds you hear, but truths you inhabit. Let them sink from your mind into the very marrow of your bones. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, let us begin to declare what is true. Repeat these words, either out loud or in the sanctuary of your own heart. Feel their vibration. Claim their power. I release the story of what was. It no longer has power over me. My heart is not a broken thing. It is an open space, ready for grace. My worth was never in their hands. It is anchored in the heart of God. I release the need for answers. My peace is not found in their explanation. It is found in my own spirit. I forgive myself for the moments I did not trust my own wisdom. I forgive them, not because they asked, but because my soul deserves to be free. The energy of my love is now returned to me, cleansed and holy. I am not what was lost. I am what is being found. My future is not a continuation of my past. It is a new creation. I am guided, I am held, and I am deeply, profoundly loved by the one who created me. This pain is not my identity. It is a visitor that is now being shown the door. My capacity to feel this deeply is not a curse. It is my greatest strength. I am not just surviving this, I am becoming more of who I am meant to be because of it. Now, let us bring this energy into a single focused prayer. Let this be your conversation with the divine, the ultimate source of all healing and all love. Divine Architect, great healer, silent presence within me, I stand before you now, not in shame, but in truth. You see the ruins around my heart. You see the empty spaces where laughter used to live. You see the dust of dreams that have settled in my soul. I have tried to rebuild this on my own. I have tried to make sense of the debris. I have tried to carry the weight of what has fallen, but I am tired. My hands are not strong enough. My understanding is not wise enough. So today, I surrender. I surrender the questions that have no answers. I surrender the need to understand why. I surrender the desire to go back to a place that is no longer meant for me. I lay down the heavy burden of blame and the fragile hope of their return. I place it all at your feet. The pain, the memories, the love, the loss, it is all yours. Lord, today I return to myself, and I invite you to dwell where I got lost. I invite your light to pour into the cracks of my heart. Where there is bitterness, plant compassion. Where there is despair, plant unwavering faith. Where there is emptiness, build a sanctuary of your presence. I ask you to be the architect of my healing. Take the broken pieces of my heart and do not merely mend them. Use them as sacred stones to build a new and more beautiful inner temple. A temple founded on self-worth, walled with resilience, and illuminated by the eternal light of your love. A temple where I can go for refuge, for wisdom, and for peace. A home within myself that no person and no circumstance can ever take away. From this day forward, let my steps be guided by you. Let my words be an extension of your grace. Help me to see myself as you see me, whole, worthy, and complete. Right now, help me to become the person you created me to be, not the person I thought I needed to be for someone else. My healing is not in the future. It begins now, in this sacred moment of surrender. My new life does not start when the pain is gone. It starts now, with the choice to trust in a love that will never leave me. I am ready to be reborn. Sit in the energy of that prayer for a moment. Feel the shift. The ground beneath you is no longer trembling. It is solid. It is sacred. The journey ahead will have its moments, but you are no longer walking it from a place of lack. You are walking from a place of inner fullness, guided and held. You have done the sacred work of returning to your soul's shore. You have called your spirit home. Remember this feeling. This is your truth. This is your strength. Let the world feel the quiet power of a spirit that has met its own pain with grace and has chosen to partner with the divine to heal. You are not broken. You are breaking open. I'll be back soon with a new message to strengthen your spirit. Subscribe to stay with us. Walk in peace